right, welcome back. We're back on the record. Briefly, before we bring the jurors back, is there any objection to the form of the verdict sheets that you had a chance to look at?
We've had a chance to look at them, and no objection.
No, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Yes, sir. So noted. The yes, sir.
Yeah, you noted that I enter a not guilty plea.
Yes, sir.
I believe that you, or the courts, enter a not guilty plea. I have accepted all these charges relating to this matter.
All right. I'll note that objection for the record, sir. The next question is, what I intend to do, so at the end of this phase, if there is a second phase required, we would not begin that until 11 o'clock on Monday. I think that's the schedule that we had. What I'd be inclined to do is release the two alternates until 11 o'clock on Monday with a strong admonition that they not, actually what I'd do is release them, telling them that we will summon them back, but that the earliest that we would need them back would be Monday at 11 in the event their services were needed. But that they would get a call once the jury has returned with the verdicts, that they would know what they should plan for, but that the earliest we would reconvene would be 11 on Monday, and with a strong admonition not to, to follow all the rules in the interim. Any problem with that process? All right. I think that's all that I had as far as logistics. So what we'll do then is go ahead and have the bailiff bring the jurors back in. I'll keep the two alternate. I'll send the 12 out to begin their deliberations, and then I will keep the two alternates and talk to them briefly after that. So at this stage, you have the instructions in your notepads. I'm going to ask the 12 jurors to retire to the deliberation room. Again, select your four-person when this packet, well, in fact, I'm going to give this to the bailiff when you go in there, so you can select your four-person and just begin your deliberations as soon as you retire to the deliberation room. I'll simply ask the two alternates to remain here for a moment. I'll have a few words for you. Let me ask the alternates, do you have all of your personal belongings out of the deliberation room? Very good. So what I'll say to the 12 of you is go ahead and retire to the deliberation room, select your four-person and begin your deliberations. You may take your notepads and your jury instructions with you. Bailiff, if you would hand this to the jurors as they retire to the deliberation room. all 12 jurors in a position to deliberate. So you are not required to deliberate in this particular deliberation right now. But as you know, there is a possibility that this case would go into a second phase and your services would be required again. What I can do at this time is release you until you're needed again, if you're needed again. I can tell you that we will not hold court tomorrow, regardless, unless this jury continues to deliberate tomorrow. But the soonest that we would require you back, if you're required back, would be 11 o'clock on Monday. That's when we would plan to start court on Monday. So if this jury returns with a verdict between now and the end of the day Friday, we will let you know whether your services are required or not. But you're free to go about your business until 11 o'clock on Monday. That would be the earliest that we would need you back. If we don't have a verdict by the end of the day Friday, I'll have the clerk call you and just say, don't come in Monday. This jury's still deliberating. We'll let you know when you're needed back, if you're needed back. But so we'll just keep in touch with you. It will be very important that you continue to follow all of the rules. In particular, don't talk to any of these other jurors, certainly while they're deliberating, and then in the interim, after they've completed their deliberations, don't talk to them about the case. Don't form or express any opinions about the outcome. No media or independent investigation into these matters. No conversations with parties, witnesses, or lawyers, and don't allow anyone else to talk with you about this case. If you can assure me that you'll continue to follow these rules, then I think you would be free to go at this point. I'll ask you to go ahead and leave your notepads here. The clerk will keep those, and they'd be returned to you if and when your services would be required again. So thank you very much for your service. We will let you know when to return if your services continue to be needed. All right. Anything that we need to take up before we stand at ease?
No, sir.
All right. We'll be at ease with respect to this matter. I'll ask counsel to remain nearby in the event that we have a question or a verdict.